All right, can we just stop down for just a second and talk about how hot the potato farmers are? No, I don't mean hot like that. I mean physically. Very warm season for the Washington potato growers, and we should thank them because summer is a crucial time for potato farming as warm weather and longer days provide optimal conditions for potato growth. Bet you didn't think you'd learn that on our podcast. These families are working hard to make sure you have French fries, to make sure you have mashed potatoes, and it is important to appreciate the hard work of our farmers who help sustain our food supply and don't get the same breaks this summer as you do. Learn more about how great our Washington State potato farmers are. Just go to potatoes.com/farmfamilies.
Warning, the following message contains an app recommendation you won't be able to resist.
Girl, how do you keep getting all these things for free? Coffee, makeup, and now lunch?
You haven't heard of the Drop app? Drop is a free app that rewards you for shopping at places like Ulta, Adidas, and Sam's Club. I've already earned $100 this month.
Download the Drop app and get $5. Use invite code GetDrop222.
To get the football you need this fall, get Hulu Plus Live TV. Stream all season long with over 90 live channels, including ABC, CBS, ESPN, Fox, NBC, and more. Hulu Plus Live TV also gives you access to Hulu's entire streaming library, including Disney Plus and ESPN Plus, all in one plan. Say goodbye to clunky cable boxes and extra cable fees. Get all the sports and entertainment you need with Hulu Plus Live TV. Live TV plan required. Restrictions apply. Access content from each service separately and select ESPN Plus content via Hulu. Learn more at hulu.com.
Second date update.
You guys ever heard of the Rocky dating hack?
Hack?
Yeah,
No.
dating hack. A lot of guys use it when they're about to meet up with someone.
What is it?
You show up to the restaurant 10 minutes early, slide into the bathroom, you get down on the floor, and bust out a tight 50 push-ups. So your chest gets nice and swole.
You're on the floor of the bathroom?
That is gross.
Rocky does it in like a meat closet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Brooke, you're with a bunch of other
Dude,
dudes doing it as well.
I would take a meat
It's
closet.
like 5 of us on the ground.
It's like a group workout in there, and then your date shows up. They see you all puffed out and masculine, and suddenly they're thinking, wow, I didn't know I was on a date with secret Hercules.
All right, don't shake his hand.
You see these veins popping, girl?
Yeah, did it by the urinals.
That's for you.
One of our listeners emailed us saying he didn't just do push-ups. He squeezed in an entire workout before his date.
Whoa.
And he's
dang.
worried maybe he may have overdone it. So Jack is his name. Jack, you think you were too yoked for your date?
Or
is
was
that
he
the problem?
jacked up, Jeffrey? Was he jacked up?
I like that, bro.
I'm going to do that Rocky trick from now on. I think that's the way I'm going to do it.
Attaboy, the bathroom push-ups.
Can't you guys run some stairs or do something outside instead?
Not if you really care about this person.
Yeah, I didn't work out in the bathroom.
That's mistake number one. We're going to call that.
All right. What'd you do?
You worked out at a gym? Gross.
Yes, I worked out at a gym. It was a pretty intense workout, and I showered. I rushed straight over to the restaurant to meet her.
At least you showered.
I know, but like
honestly.
after a big workout, like I will shower and then I'll still be sweating for the next half hour. Is that your issue?
No, I mean, I sweat, definitely. I blasted the AC in my car. But once I arrived, I could tell that I was totally drained. It's just
You felt a little tired for the date. We haven't gotten the girl's
okay.
name that you met up with yet. What's her name?
Courtney.
Courtney? Okay.
So what was that first interaction like then with her if you were exhausted?
Well, it was great. I mean, she was great. She was really nice. She got into our conversation. She was asking me a lot of questions.
Oh,
and
that's good.
It was good, but I felt bad because I couldn't keep up my other side. Because again, I was like a wilted piece of lettuce sitting on an old musty burger.
Oh, wow.
That is quite the analogy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you guys get food? Or was it free? Wait, did you eat?
Well, this is the thing. We ended up going to this restaurant that is a great restaurant, but it's a little slow. But the good thing is that I can always dip into my energy emergency reserves.
What does that mean?
What is that?
So I always carry this thing around just in case I ever need it, and I definitely needed it. But I have a can of pre-cooked shrimp.
Ew.
A
Ew.
can?
I thought you were going to say caffeine pills. Not like this.
Why would you do it with like coffee?
Yeah.
You know, it does nothing for me. I needed the protein.
Yeah, after you work out, you need nutrients, not just caffeine.
Did you pop a tin of shrimp at the table?
Oh, yeah, kind of, not exactly. But I first asked our waiter if the kitchen could open the can of shrimp in the back.
Keep it classy.
Oh,
Yeah, I see.
Very
Okay.
And the waiter kindly said, no, they can't do that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
You can't bring your own food into the
Yeah,
restaurant and have them
what?
cook it for
It's
you?
like a corkage fee,
Yeah.
Jeffrey, you know?
well, eventually I convinced them to bring it to me, the can opener, that is. And I said, it's kind of urgent. It's an emergency, you know.
Really? A shrimp emergency. What is her face like? Where is she at? What's her vibe when you're doing all this?
I don't know. I mean, maybe that's why she's not calling me back. But, you know, the rest of the date was really awesome. And I think she was pretty cool about it. Like, she understood. And
I just can't imagine how stinky that is.
I can't imagine how
disgusting.
turned on she must have been seeing you
boy.
down that shrimp right at the table.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe she wanted you to offer her some. Maybe that's why she's not calling you back. Did you offer her any?
Ew.
I did. I did offer her some. She politely declined.
Oh, at least you were a gentleman.
She left her cocktail sauce at home.
Yeah.
I know it sounds bad, but I was depleted of protein. I needed it.
I know, but it's like one of those things. Like, why didn't you go out to your car
Or just any other protein.
and eat your
Like literally any other.
I can guarantee she's not thinking, "Oh, I can't wait to kiss this guy later."
Ew, no.
But-
After his canned shrimp.
You were saying that after the shrimp, after you downed it, you felt better and things got back on track?
Yeah, everything was great. You know, we were riffing about our favorite movies and
Okay.
shows, and we were making each other laugh. So I really believe that the shrimp saved the date.
Oh,
Oh,
Wow.
Oh.
saved by the shrimp.
well, okay, so that's not what was wrong. That was what was right.
Okay.
Interesting.
Thank God for your emergency
Huh.
shrimp. How did the night end?
With a hug and
Okay.
talk about another date. And
Oh, that's a good sign.
I think so too. And I'm a little shocked that, like, she's not getting back to me.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind
Okay.
of weird.
Well, are you going to need to down some shrimp before we make the phone call? Are you feeling okay?
Just the juice. bro.
Non-proteined up. Don't worry.
Okay.
I don't appreciate the snarky attitude coming from my
Yeah.
co-host and the skepticism
It's
over
just
there.
the timing, man. Like, you had time between the gym and the showering and the driving to have done the shrimp without it
He
being
said he's proteined up now. He's got
Okay.
like probably 4 eggs and 7 clams in him right now.
I recognize that it wasn't the ideal time, but I
Yeah.
explained everything to her and why it works for me, and she understood.
Oh, that's good.
Maybe he showed her
Okay.
6-pack, and that's why she was okay with
Oh,
it. You know?
yeah. Anything's good after that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how you're feeling right now, but if you have to, blend up a little seafood smoothie for yourself. We'll come back. We're going to call Courtney and try and get you your second date update right after this, okay?
I just took out an oyster. Thanks.
Oh, it's going to get romantic, too. All right, we're going to do it next. Hold on.
Second date update.
I know whenever I need a quick protein burst,
Stop.
I turn to the sea and all of her bounty.
Oh, come on, Jeff.
I mean,
I think
the
it's-
song is ripe for it.
Yeah, it's safe to say our listener Jack is a seafood lover because he busted out a can of pre-cooked shrimp in the middle of his first date because he was feeling depleted after an intense workout right before. And shrimp apparently is a great source of protein if you're in a
Shrimp.
pinch.
Yep.
Did I not say shrimp?
I don't know.
She's just
I didn't hear
processing
you.
it.
Yeah.
Brooke is trying
lot.
to forget this entire thing ever
Well, it's like
happened.
you're at a restaurant. You couldn't have waited the 10 minutes more to get the appetizer.
Apparently, the service is too slow at the restaurant where they were at. Jack even himself admits it might have seemed a little bit odd, but the
Yeah.
shrimp ended up saving the day for him because those little prawns got everything back on track.
Yeah, they did.
Afterwards, him and Courtney had a great time together at the restaurant. Jack, I appreciate the tip. And how would you feel if I told you right now, we're getting a lot of texts into 78592 from dudes who are saying they're going to start doing the same thing on their dates.
Yeah.
Emergency shrimp stash.
Any sea life. I'm eating sea cucumbers
It'll
if I
be
need
good
to.
for our options of having a lot of second dates.
You're a
So
trendsetter, Jack.
Well, I appreciate that. That's affirmation right there. So
we all
Okay.
remember she's not calling it back, right? Like we all remember that.
I remember.
Yeah, but Brooke,
Yeah.
if we want gains, we got to follow his instructions.
Okay, it's like 2 steps back, 1 step forward. Is that where we're at?
Even if we're single, we'll be swole.
Yeah.
I'm optimistic for you, Jack.
Yeah.
I know we're giving you a hard time about it, but I could see it was an emergency, right?
I think it is. I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, I heard it too.
Didn't even mean it as a joke, but let's just call Courtney. We'll see what she has to say. Try and get you hooked up with her one more time, okay?
We don't cause a commotion.
All right.
Cause him.
Okay,
Captain
guys,
Scampy
let's be
over
serious
here.
here.
All right, sorry.
We need to help Jack. Okay, I'm dialing your number right now.
Don't be shellfish.
Okay. Jack, I'm not very optimistic with this. Here we
They
go.
may edit that out.
Hello,
Hey, we're looking for Courtney.
this is Courtney.
Hey, Courtney, well, you're on a radio show right now. It's called Brooke and
Hey.
Jeffrey in the morning.
Hi, good morning.
How you doing, Courtney?
Hello?
We scared her off.
Are you there
Hi.
still?
Did she hang up?
I'm here.
Oh,
Hey, sorry.
She's processing.
It's probably
Sorry.
confusing.
yeah, I know that's a lot coming at you. You never answered our question.
I didn't hear it. Is this a joke?
No.
No.
This is a segment that we do called the Second Date Update.
Okay.
And we're trying to help out one of our listeners that you went out on a date with recently named Jack.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah? Remember Jack?
Uh-huh.
Oh. Okay, is that
Don't
like...
sound too enthused.
So this is like you're calling me and then you want me to go on a second date?
Kind of. Well, basically, we've talked to Jack a little bit. He told us about the time that you two spent together at the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
He says he's tried to reach you a few times and you're not getting back to him. So we're just trying to help give him a little bit of clarity. If there was something bad that happened, if something's going on in your life, we just don't know.
My life is great.
That's good.
Okay.
Way to go, Courtney.
Okay.
Did you like Jack?
I thought Jack was a nice guy.
Oh.
That's a good thing.
I feel like there's a but, Courtney. Like, he's a nice guy, but...
Did he tell you about the shrimp?
Oh.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, we weren't going to bring it up.
there was some
man.
shrimp talk that happened, that there was a can of shrimp that came out.
And there was a lot of questioning on our end, like, about his timing. I'll tell you that.
But from our understanding, it was like an emergency where he needed to do it or else the date was going to really tank.
That's what he said, and I understood that. And I think, like I said, I think he's a nice guy.
Can you walk us through, like, the shrimp moment? Like, this guy pulls out a can of shrimp, then...
Well, we're sitting at the table, and so then he flags down the waiter, and he's like, it's an emergency, and his body needs protein, and I just feel like I'm on a TV show or something. I'm looking around to see if there are cameras.
Is this real?
The waiter is as perplexed as I am, and
Sure.
he got the can opener finally,
Oh, my God.
and Jack opens it right there.
Sure.
And
Oh.
we hadn't gotten far enough in the date for me to even tell him I'm a vegetarian.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, no.
That doesn't help.
Oh, so he's eating tiny animals right in front of you.
But he doesn't
One by
know that
one.
about you.
No, and absolutely he's not trying to be rude or anything like that, but it was more that I couldn't see myself with somebody
Yeah.
who's opening a can of shrimp at the restaurant.
What if he cracked open a can of cauliflower? Would you have been happier?
It would have been less awkward probably.
You can't see yourself with a man who carries emergency shrimp in his pocket.
Let's not shrimp shame. That's not fair.
As I was trying to see past the shrimp, he then proceeded to reach in his pocket and pull out a boiled egg.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Yeah, hard-boiled egg, too?
You bought shrimp and eggs?
it's straight protein.
He pulled an egg out of his pocket.
Okay. We have
he's
not
like-
heard about the eggs.
He's
by
like
the
a
way.
magician of protein.
Yeah, for real.
He was like, oh, man, I can't believe I forgot about this. I should have thought of this earlier. I'm
The
so
forgotten
stupid.
egg.
And the smell was just too much for me.
Well, eggs were in his mouth on the date. There might be a little egg on his face as he's listening to this.
I
Because
like that, Jeff.
you didn't know this, Courtney, but Jack's on the other line right now.
What? What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's
It
how
sounds
this
like
segment
he's-
works.
Sounds like he's in the background opening up another can.
Jack, you there?
Oh,
Yeah.
hi, Jack.
Hey. Hi, Courtney. Yeah, I'm sorry that it was such an awkward start. Honestly, if there had been any other way for me to go about getting protein, I would have done that, but it was necessary. So
I mean, you were technically at a restaurant where you could have ordered protein in a pinch, but I understand.
Like a chicken breast.
You know, you're panicked. It's an emergency. You do whatever you have to do.
And I understand that too, but I didn't think you would misunderstand me not responding. I thought I was pretty clear.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I had a great time on the date, and yeah, maybe that was a weird way to start, and so I apologize for that.
I will say, to Jack's credit, like, he's coming in pretty level-headed after hearing. I mean, we were pretty brutal on him.
Yeah, that's a good point. Jack, what is the frequency? How often do you need to dive into your emergency protein stashes?
Oh, I never thought of that.
I mean, he's putting it in his pocket on the daily and forgetting where eggs are.
Carrying around eggs on your body.
Yeah. Like, oh, had one here the whole time.
Oh, my code egg. This is 2 weeks old.
It's called the emergency stash for a reason. It's a rare time that I go in there. So it really was, in my opinion, kind of an emergency.
You should add a can opener to your emergency stash.
Or get a pull tab or something like that.
The pull tab ones.
I just imagine them like being married way down the line, and she's trying to help with laundry and
just finding cans of seafood in his pocket.
Yeah.
pulling out big legs of flam.
Is this a starfish? What is going on?
You guys aren't helping right now.
No, I
know. Sorry.
But if anything, Courtney, you can hear that he's being such a good sport about this.
Yeah,
he admits
absolutely.
that it wasn't the best look for the first date. He just didn't know what else to do. So if you're willing to give him another shot, we would love to send you out on a second date at Red Lobster.
Oh.
She's a vegetarian. What's she going to do? Just eat the
cheddar
mushroom?
biscuits, baby.
I mean,
Salad?
Jack, I appreciate you, and I'm glad we can, like, laugh about this. And honestly, I'm sorry I didn't just tell you I was offended. Now I'm realizing how important it is to me that I date somebody that is also a vegetarian.
Oh.
What?
So it kind of took the situation to the extreme enough that I realized, you know, what am I going to have in common with someone if our lifestyle habits don't add up?
Yeah, I mean, look, I get it. I'm somebody who does this for my body, for my health. You do that for your body and your health, and I respect that. So
I really wish you guys would reconsider it.
Sounds like an excuse to me, Jack. Like, if she really felt that way, she probably would have told you it before the date happened.
Wow, Jeffrey? Dang.
I mean, what? You turned her off from all meat eaters forever?
It just takes one bad date to turn everything.
Takes one can of shrimp to do it, apparently.
All right, Jack, well, I'm sorry, man, but remember, there's always plenty of other fish in the sea. Fish and shrimp and crustaceans, all that you can eat.
It's a buffet out there.
Yeah, you're so ripped. I bet you have a good albacore.
Okay, let's end it now.
And we ruined it, okay.
That's all right.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
I'm surprised. I felt like I was in the minority calling her out for using an easy excuse to get out of the second date.
No, I don't think it was an excuse. I really, truly think that was a revelation for her.
I think it's legit.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, I think that she had an epiphany. Epiphany?
I'm
Is
a
that the word?
vegetarian, and I'm only going to date vegetarians.
Yeah, I think that he made her realize that that's what she wanted.
I smelled that shrimp and was like, nah, I don't know if I like this.
I feel like if that was true, like if it's true, that's totally fine.
Sure.
But I feel like she would have said it at some point in her dating profile or mentioned it during her date or even after her date at some point.
She didn't know that it was something she needed.
She didn't bring it up with us until the very end of the call where she wanted to seem nice, where we asked her out. She's like, actually, I think at this point, I'm only going to date vegetarians.
Hey, so maybe she had her epiphany on the phone with us.
I'm not grossed out by him eating shrimp and eggs. That's not the problem. It's that he's not a vegetarian.
Maybe she was trying to save his feelings.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
And maybe this is apropos for the moment, but something's fishy about what she said right there.
Was this all a setup for
think
that?
if she busted out like a zucchini and a radish, she would have been like, you're amazing.
So I'm going to give her a pass. Say, okay, she skirted her way out with an okay excuse.
I think she's literally on a vegetarian dating app as we speak.
I think she's going to go out to a steakhouse with Gordon
wow.
Ramsay on her next date.
She's looking for tofu boys. That's what she's looking for.
Soy boys.
Well, whatever type of man or boy you're looking for, we'll try and hook you up with them. Just email the show. We'll call that person who isn't calling you back.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
On his new podcast, 6 Degrees with Kevin Bacon, join Kevin for inspiring conversations with his friends and fellow celebrities who are working to make a difference in the world, like actor Matthew McConaughey.
You know, I found myself moving upstate in the middle of this fracking fight, and I'm trying to raise kids there, and my neighbor's like willing to poison my water.
Listen to 6 Degrees with Kevin Bacon on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm the Wizard of Oz. I'm the one making everything happen.
Real Housewife of Salt Lake City star Jen Shaw is running the scam of the century.
I remember one time Stuart lost like about $8 million. Jen was very upset and she came down to the office late at night with Coach, yelling and screaming at him, asking him where their money is.
Listen to Queen of the Con, Season 4, The Unreal Housewife, on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
When you come to Arco to take the win with quality top-tier gas for less, it's kind of like taking the win with the perfect comeback for your bratty coworker Susan. But in the moment, so you can actually say it, not like 4 days later in the shower when it's way too late, so you're all, darn it, why now? It's the win we all dream of winning. Take that, Susan.
Take the win with quality top-tier gas for less at Arco. Savings based on independent retail price survey.